Hey man, I had a comment on this real quick. So I made a video on Instagram promoting voting for the city of Buffalo. Of course, as you know, with the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, we're against voting because God is against voting. The man that He set to rule the planet Earth on all nations therein is a black man by the name of Jesus Christ, Yahweh Shai in the Hebrew. Anyone else but that is not the man to rule. It's Him, Yahweh Shai, and His servants, priests and prophets. The Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge is the group, the organization that operates with what Christ or Yahweh Shai laid down. What Benny the Butcher did was absolutely wrong. It was against the masculine spirit. It was masculine to promote a woman as a leader of the city. The women are not to lead. The men are to lead. That's in the scriptures. And the man that we are to set up above us is the one God. Once again, all of our beloved entertainers, our rappers, etc. fail us, man. Benny the Butcher was another brother that failed us. He probably got a few dollars from it, probably benefits his career, what have you. It might even propel him to a political stage in years to come, but it is against God. It's against the one who gave us. You can listen. Bear with me 1 second.
Yo. Gave my life to the game, had my mom concerned. Hey, Buffalo, this Benny the Butcher. And this election right here is so important that I'm even down here registering to vote. And I expect y'all to register.
He said it's so important, even I'm down here registering to vote. For those of you that don't know, Benny the Butcher is a rapper who his claim to fame is telling stories about his street life, his street exploits throughout the city of Buffalo, as well as in the greater New York region, Pennsylvania, what have you. Those are his exploits, and even he cannot shake the grasp, the culture of our slave master. This whole idea of a democratic nation is from our slave master. It's not biblical. There's nothing democratic about God or the Bible. There's nothing about the mob having a say. And why is that good? It's a good thing. Why is that good? Because when mobs come together, what will often happen is the intelligence of that mob will drop to near zero, because people, when they get together, are mostly concerned about their lust, okay, which is getting their stomachs full, having an orgasm, or getting whatever desire they want across. And that's what people do when they gather together to vote. They're oftentimes pushing the efforts of some politician who has no care of benefiting their own personal life. Like getting in this line in Buffalo doesn't benefit. It doesn't even benefit Benny the Butcher, man. It will benefit him monetarily now because he's on her page, right? This is India Walton's page. India Walton's running for, I'm assuming, a mayor seat in Buffalo. This will benefit himself, and it'll benefit India Walton and Al Sharpton and NAACP or what have you. But it's not going to benefit everyday regular people in Buffalo. It's not going to benefit the people that he has sold drugs to in his past, or the people that he knows in Buffalo, or his relatives in Buffalo, or Niagara Falls, or Erie, what have you. It's not going to benefit any of us. It's going to benefit one or two Negroes, and it's going to benefit our slave master most, because this keeps so-called black people trapped within this rat race. Even the so-called street Negroes are caught up in this idiotic idea of voting. Voting is absolutely ridiculous. It's a silly idea. India Walton or your average Buffalo Bills fan, whether either of those two get in office, it doesn't have any effect. No matter who gets in office, nothing will change for so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Buffalo has historically been a poor city. The reason Buffalo is poor is not because of our lack of voting. It's not because of us getting from the polls, etc. The reason that Buffalo is poor is because we are being cursed by God. There's a supernatural force, a dark cloud, if you will, that constantly rains on our damn parade. Anytime we try to get together and set up a business, it gets destroyed. Anytime we try to get together, even in carnality, and become the Black Sopranos, or try to become some black mafia, that gets destroyed. The FBI comes in and kicks us in the teeth and throws us in federal prison for football numbers, so you can understand. Why? Because God is against us. We get God on our side. Doesn't matter if we vote for India Walton or Niagara Falls. Black people, Latinos, and natives within Buffalo, Erie, Niagara Falls area will prosper. The real change isn't in going to the election polls. The real change is putting down the cigarette, putting down the blunt, stop selling drugs, stop being a wizard, a witch, stop abusing black women, deal with them and kick them to the curb. Latina women, Native women as well. Latina and Native women, stop having abortions, selling your body on OnlyFans, running from man to man to man. Stop doing those things, and the Lord will be against us. But if not, we'll continue to stand in front of a line in Buffalo, Buffalo mid-fall temperatures to vote for something that's not going to do a damn thing about us, for us.
October 8th. Listen, you have to be a citizen, and you have to be off papers. But yes, if you was previously incarcerated before, you can still vote. Check.
So the point is, they're trying to get, the section of Negroes that normally wouldn't give a damn about voting, cast it in the streets. All right, that was the point of bringing this guy out and having them promote India Walton's campaign.
All the info at elections.newyork.gov and indiawalton.com. And I'm expecting everybody to meet me down here at the polls on November 2nd. Vote for India Walton. I'm on Team India. Let's go.
I will not be India Walton. I won't be voting for anybody in Buffalo. But what I will be doing is, if you have family in the Western New York area, if you're Black, Hispanic, or Native American in the Western New York area, you are all under my authority. A priest and officer, 5,000 a bond. I'm your servant, and I'm going to tell you the truth. And the truth is that it is a sin to vote, is a vile, disgusting in the scriptures. All right. Deuteronomy 17:15, thou shalt in any wise set him king over thee, whom the Lord thy God shall choose. Thou shalt set him king over thee. A king has never been a woman. Okay. King is a man. It's a male term. It's a male position. You shall set him king over thee. First of all, Benny the Butcher, the person supposed to be ruling and governing your town or your zone, your area is supposed to be a man, okay, not a woman. India Walton, this is no disrespect to you. You're probably going to hear this. There's no disrespect to you or any of the sisters that ran. No disrespect to your political platform, whatever it is that you're going. You got to put food on the table. You got rent to cover and what have you. But your position in this earth is not to rule a damn city. Okay, it's not to run a city. It's not to rule a city. You vote. You're going for the election. You're a politician. Do what you got to do. But understand that this is what the Lord said. The only people that are supposed to be ruling Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans in Buffalo are Black, Hispanic, and Native American men. Okay. Now, am I saying that there's no role for women? No, that's not what I'm saying. Okay, that's not what I'm saying. I'm not a jerk. I'm not a dummy. Okay. Women have a place, and that place is very important. But this world cheapens a woman's place. This world tells you that your natural place is ridiculous and stupid, and you'll be barefoot and poor, and tells you going and running around across the earth, flying around, getting STDs, and running to a corporate job. That's your role. That's your role in life. That's your avenue in life, to get drunk, have sex with random men in different cities, in different beach resorts, and not have any kids, and have a nice little 1-bedroom apartment, or have a house with no damn kids running around in it, with a good paying job. That's not your place, man. That's not your place, woman. Your place is to be under a man. Your place is to raise a family. That is still the most important thing in our community. That's not quantifiable. Okay, that is priceless. All right. Okay. One from among thy brethren shalt thou set king over thee. Thou mayest not set a stranger over thee, which is not thy brother. Okay. So let God choose our leader. The leader of Buffalo is Jesus Christ, Yahweh Shai Mashiach. All right, in the Hebrew, he's coming to destroy Buffalo, and he's going to set up the poor Buffalo, Blacks, Latinos, and Natives as rulers. You don't have to get into a line to vote for him. You don't have to stand at the polls. You don't have to flip a switch or sign your name on a piece of paper. All you have to do is put down cigarettes, weed, leave the abortion clinic, stop selling drugs, and you put your election in for Jesus Christ, for Yahweh Shai to be king. Yahweh Shai is a black man, just like Benny the Butcher, just like other brothers in Buffalo, just like Westside Gun, just like Riggs, just like all you brothers and sisters in Buffalo, in Niagara Falls, suffering and in poverty. Okay, this is First Maccabees 1:11. In those days there went out of Israel wicked men who persuaded many, saying, let us go and make a covenant with the heathen that are round about us. See, voting is a heathen concept. Okay? The democratic system came from the Greek so-called Caucasians. It's not biblical. And it's really not the way this world was run until the Caucasian so-called Europeans got in power. Okay? But wicked men of Israel, wicked Negroes, the NAACP, Al Sharpton, ran out and went to go make peace with the heathen, make a covenant, an agreement with them. Okay. That's why you have all these Negro politicians. That's why you have all these Negroes in, political action groups, political groups, what have you, because they're trying to make an agreement with the heathen, try and get in with them. There's an old saying, if you can't beat them, join them. And that's what India Walton and the like have tried to do. It, of course, will fail. Black people will still be poor in Buffalo. Buffalo will have more crime than the Wild Wild West because we are cursed by God. All right? If we departed from them, we have had much sorrow. Okay? We believe that if we don't vote, listen, things aren't going to get done. Benny the Butcher alluded to that. Make sure you get out there November 2nd to vote. I'm on Team India. All right? I'm on Team India. That's the thing. So India won't be running for office in government. It's not Benny the Butcher not be voting. Benny the Butcher should be working so that he can be in charge. You can rule New York. You can rule Pennsylvania. You can be a ruler by keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. That's it for me. I'm Priest and Officer 5001, signing off.